It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the G-Men, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise, and that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays. And yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And his first look is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Azeez Ojulari able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Throwing, Jones. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4. Now Jones. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Let's go. Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5.
Still first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
First and goal from the 6. Operating from the gun. Jones to Barkley on the check down. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley from 6 yards away. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now Ryan on first down. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
On second down, it's Taylor. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets this up past the 30. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. The give to Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First and 10, Taylor now. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's how we do, D.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Richie James on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they get him down shy of the 20. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him run.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Ryan. He finds his man complete. That's Pierce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You ran into a brick wall, baby. You ran into a brick wall, baby.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Ryan. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's Ryan to throw. Over the middle, complete. the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Try to punch it in with Taylor. Oh, good move. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Ryan. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Colts have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now James returning. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Let's go! 70 Lions! Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go! 58.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones looking for Shepard deep. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 4.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll look to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find... way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Other way. Let's go.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jones. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Get me!
A third quarter now and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw again. That's complete to Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Come on now.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gano for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the Colts coming out now. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they take over right at the 50. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Taylor. A nice little juke. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Three yards remain for second down. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, Tuesday. 54, 51, 11, 51.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the right side, this is Taylor. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They run once more with Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's James. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
Good job, D. Good job. That's the way you fly to the ball.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Nothing here. Come on, guys, let's go.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the turn.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A handoff to Barkley. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, it's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And here's Rodgers to return.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.